All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where of course you subscribe for our daily videos, keeping you informed on everything that goes on with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the whole market. Now, before we get into the main focus of today's video, I do want to preface this video and I want to remind you of three things. Number one, in the past 5 months, we have seen Bitcoin do an almost 200% price increase, going from 3,100 all the way to 9,100. Number two, a large majority of this price increase happened within the last 3 months. We went parabolic, and this time we increased 174%. And then number three, and this is perhaps what I want you to keep in mind, is that it is normal, even in the most bullish of bull markets, to often see a 30%, 40%, 50% correction, each time consolidating at a higher price point. So let's review the past bull market. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not going to get a chance to go over everything that I want to go over with you in today's video. So if you want to be a part of daily cryptocurrency news, analysis, perspective, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join our team, and if you're a regular here, do me a favor, like the video. It's a small thing you can do. It truly does help us grow as a channel if you like the video. And let's review this prior bull market, and then we'll get into my bearish price target of 4,800. So in the last bull market, this is starting from the bottom, we increased 91% and then decreased 30%. We increased 45% and corrected 38%. We gained 155%, then had a 40% correction, gained 60%, had a 23% correction, gained 24%, had a 12% correction. We gained over 100%, had an almost 40% correction, gained over 100%, had a 34% correction, 74 up, 35 down, 226% price increase, followed by an almost 40% correction, a 165% price increase, followed by an almost 40% correction, 163% up, 30% down, then the final 240% price increase, and that's then we started the bear market. So my point is, when I say that my bearish price target is 4,800, that's not me trying to create FUD. That's not me trying to create fear, uncertainty, doubt. That's me being realistic. And of course, speculating. Nobody knows the future. Anything can happen. I mean, we've seen that in the last 3 months. Anything can happen. But the question now is, now let's get into it. Why is my bearish price target 4,800? Well, for that, I want to defer to on-chain cryptocurrency, actually Bitcoin analyst Willy Woo. We've talked about Willy Woo before. Unlike a lot of technical analysts who study just the price change on the exchange, Willy Woo studies actual on-chain data. And also we're going to talk about realized cap. Now, if you know what realized cap is, it's this orange line. It's a more accurate, more precise price target for Bitcoin. It actually reflects more of what people who are accumulating paid for the price. We've talked about it before, but just to refresh your memory, the realized cap is the value of all the coins in circulation at the price they last moved. In other words, an approximation of what the entire market paid for their coins. And if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that in April, we finally jumped above the realized cap, and we've been going up ever since. This doesn't have the most accurate Bitcoin price. It says Bitcoin's price is 8,500. It's going to update in the coming days. And then the realized cap, though, the realized cap didn't go up with the price climb. The realized cap is only just under 4,800. So let's zoom back out. And if you remember why realized cap is important, and I reminded you of this back in April, I said, if and when we see Bitcoin's price climb above the realized market cap, that is a great indicator that we're actually in a bull market, because in the 2 previous bear markets turned bull markets, as soon as Bitcoin's price jumped up above the realized cap, that signified, and we can look back now and see 100% that this signified a bull market. And you'll see that in both cases, we didn't fall below the realized cap again. Now, it's possible we could. I mean, back in 2012, we got really close. The price jumped up above the realized cap, and then we corrected back down actually to the realized cap. But in 2014, 15, 16, 17, once we got up above the realized cap, we never really touched it again until we got into a bear market. Now, why is this significant? Well, because presently the market price of Bitcoin has outstripped organic investor flow. This is unseen since the bull market mania phase of 2013 and 2017. You see, he pointed this stuff out right here. Never before have we seen such a divergence so early in a bull market. So normally we see this big divergence between the price of Bitcoin and the actual what people who are truly accumulating. We've only really seen this at the end of a bull market, not in the beginning. This is unprecedented. So with on-chain investor volume in the normal range, think of that as realized cap, with the realized cap back down, or with the on-chain investor volume more closer to what I just showed you as the realized cap, the only explanation is from short-term trade activity on exchanges. This is a quant fund-driven short squeeze devoid of any true investor volume. So what's the takeaway? I'm awaiting this exchange-driven pump to blow off, a proper retrace, and only then do I think real investor flows will come in and drive the true organic bull market. I like this. I want to support this guy. And so as you saw, the realized price right now is just below 4,800. I assume in the coming weeks, more people will be accumulating and will probably get up to around 4,800. Now that is my most bearish price target. And if we did correct from our high of 9,100, our local high, back down to 4,800, that would be a 47% retracement. It would still be a higher high, obviously, and you can see that that is normal. That would be a realistic price retracement and eventual consolidation, with hopefully the price of Bitcoin bouncing up above this. Now, 4,800 is the realized cap. We have seen many times that it doesn't, besides in 2012, oftentimes it'll correct lower and get closer to the realized cap, but in a bull market, it will keep above that price target. So we might never get down to 4,800 is my point. Perhaps maybe we see a lot of consolidation happening here at 5,200. We had the $6,000. It acted as support for a long time. We kind of blew by it a few weeks ago. So we might not get down to 4,800, but that is my most bearish price target. All right, for the rest of the video, I want to talk about recent news. This is important to us as both cryptocurrency enthusiasts and perhaps more importantly, cryptocurrency investors. And also this is a good indication as to how the space is changing. Case in point, social media giant Facebook will reportedly announce its cryptocurrency project this month, allowing employees to take parts of their salary in the coin, apparently. And by the way, guys, this was first reported by CNBC just yesterday, so everybody has this on their radar. So Facebook furthermore plans to cede control of the cryptocurrency to outside parties in order to ensure that the digital asset will not be completely centralized. Third-party organizations will purportedly pay as much as $10 million for the opportunity to act as a node to validate transactions on the network for Facebook's native token. The rumored stablecoin will purportedly be integrated as a payment tool in WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram, and will also be accessible through physical ATM-like machines. So that is interesting. So Facebook is going to charge $10 million to run their global coin node. Bitcoin couldn't ask for a more perfect foil. Yes, totally agree with that. So the beauty of Bitcoin and why Bitcoin will succeed is that it is totally decentralized. It is permissionless. Anybody in the world can set up a node. You can set up a node, I can set up a node, and if you want to strengthen Bitcoin's network, you should look in to setting up your own node and verifying the transactions that go on the chain. Now, Facebook is obviously very centralized. They're saying, oh, we're going to get more decentralized by allowing people or entities, companies, to pay us $10 million to run a global coin node. let's keep this on our radar. This is interesting. This is something to watch. I want to pivot a little bit and recommend this article right here, Buy Bitcoin Privately, 4 Alternatives to Local Bitcoins. So if you're familiar, local Bitcoins for a long time was the way to purchase Bitcoin with cash, no KYC, don't have to share your identity, don't have to let anybody know that you own Bitcoin besides the person that you choose to do business with and buy or sell your Bitcoins to. Well, recently, Local Bitcoins, I guess, has taken off the cash aspect of their site. I guess they're going more towards KYC compliant, like we've been seeing in the past couple of years. Well, I just want to recommend this article, 4 alternatives. So it talks about HODL, Paxful, Local CoinSwap, and BISC. Check out this article if you want to purchase your Bitcoin privately through a peer. After all, it is a peer-to-peer digital currency. That's the beauty of it. And let's talk about Binance now. Binance to reportedly introduce its own stablecoin within 2 months. So Binance's chief financial officer has told Bloomberg that the exchange will start issuing its own stablecoin in a matter of weeks to a month or two, with the goal to make stablecoins available for the world's currencies. The exchange's first stablecoin, dubbed Binance GBP, will reportedly be denominated in and 100% pegged to the British pound. And of course, this is going to greatly reduce Tether's market share, which at the moment is the most popular stablecoin, and we have found out that it is not actually backed one-to-one. So, you know what? If you choose to use stablecoins to trade, don't have your money in stablecoins for too long, because I mean, we have seen that Tether can easily go down. Sometimes it doesn't even trade for $1. And with Binance, I'm sure it'll be fine, but if Binance ever has problems, there goes Binance Coin, there goes Binance's stablecoin. Bitcoin is the one that cannot be shut down, and it's what I try and use as a stablecoin, except for in very few instances where I do use a stablecoin to do some trading of some kind. Final piece of news. Think tank pushes for creation of a national cryptocurrency in Switzerland. So Switzerland is talking about introducing their own country-based, their own nation-based crypto. Very interesting. This space is sure changing a lot. All right, guys, that's the video for today. I hope you got value. If you do appreciate this video, make sure you give it a like. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And just to give you my plan for the next coming weeks, I plan to start cost averaging in key places. I am not waiting for 48% because it may never happen. You know, we don't have to get a 47% correction. It could be just a 34% correction or a 38% correction or a 23% correction. So I follow the market every day. As you know, I'm going to pick my spots for buying back in on this dip. Hopefully in the coming weeks, the coming months, we see us hit a higher low and then bounce back up in the coming months for an eventual higher high. All right, guys, great video today. I'm going to see you tomorrow.